Hello, everyone, and welcome back to GodSaw's Turnbuckle. Today, we wanted to do something a little bit differently. I have done some wrestling quizzes in the past, but I was recently watching a YouTube channel which was called WrestleJuice, which is run by Steve from the Steve and Larson Going in Raw podcast. Um, and they were doing a bunch of different styles of quizzes, and they actually had found this particular one, which is WrestlePlay, which actually incorporates a bunch of different types of quizzes. Like it has your WrestlePlay ladder, it has a bingo, connections, they have like a grid, and they also have a Wordle as well. Now it looks like they, from everything I've seen, they have timed variations and non-timed variations. Today we're going to spend time just kind of going through everything in the normal settings in hopes of getting everything correct, but also just having a little bit of fun with it as well. If you guys end up liking this style of content anyway of this, I could take other wrestling quizzes, or I can even come back over here to this particular website and maybe try the timed variations of some of these, because I think like the ladder, the bingo, Connections doesn't have it, but I think the grid does have timed variations for this as well. I know the Wordle does not, because that's basically just normal Wordle, but it's going to be wrestling themed instead. So we're going to go ahead and start right here. Now you may see some cuts through the video here today. See, they have normal and a 2-minute timer. You may see some cuts because sometimes it does take a little bit of time for images to load in. So it may not be completely the all one full take with everything here. But for the wrestling ladder, it's most one-on-one matches against The Miz. Now, we did have one a while back, which was most one-on-one matches for Okada. You know what? I'm just going to throw Cena in there just in case. Oh, he is actually number 3 on that list. He's actually number 3. I've got to go with the usuals here. For The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Kofi. I feel like would have had to have faced The Miz a bunch. Am I right about that? I'm right. He's number 1. Okay. Randy Orton? I don't. I'll throw him in there, but I don't think he's had that much. He's actually number 4 on that list. Okay, that's kind of nuts. Just for the sake of it, Cody Rhodes. I didn't think he'd be in there. I honestly did not think he'd be in there. I can't believe I got the first 4 of these right off the bat. For everything, which did kind of make a bit of sense as well from back in the day as well. So who have he faced like a bunch in current day? You know what? I saw another name in there, and they had to have had a bunch. John Morrison. Makes sense. Well, it won't. He'll come up as Bryan Danielson here. He'll come up as Bryan Danielson here. No, Danielson not in there. Just in case. Daniel Bryan. No, he's not going to show up there. Of course not. Didn't think he would. These would all have to be pretty much WWE guys. Let's put Moxley in there because maybe Ambrose had faced him a bunch. Yes. So when he was as Dean Ambrose, he faced the Miz a bunch. How about Seth? Just for the sake of it. No, Seth has not done a lot of one-on-one matches with him. Not shocked. Not shocked on that. I don't think Roman would be in there either. I mean, I'll throw it out there just in case. Roman? No. Okay. Didn't think he would. Who would I think? Wade Barrett. How about Wade Barrett? No, not Wade Barrett. I mean, there was a time where he was going. Oh, hold on. R-Truth, number 9. I was like, wait a minute. R-Truth probably had a bunch with him back in the day. Who else would have he been facing a bunch? early on in his career. Matt Sydal, Evan Bourne? No. Didn't think so. Didn't think so, but it was an idea because he was kind of around that area for a while. I mean, Jericho was around the Intercontinental title for a bit on this. No, okay, probably too big of a well. I can't say too big of a name because John Cena is number 3 on this list and Randy Orton's number 4. Christian, just to throw it out there. No, okay. Didn't think so either. Like, who is his other like major feuds? Did I try CM Punk? I don't think CM Punk would be there, but yeah, might as well try it because I know there was probably a point in time that those two had to have had a feud in some way, shape, or form. Who would be number 5, and who would be number 6 and number 10? Just off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Who else was really around that was more than likely a babyface at the time around the Intercontinental title or the US title scene that would have faced The Miz a bunch? I mean, I know he was around the scene. Swagger? No. Cesaro? Claudio? How about Claudio? No? Okay. Now I'm getting stumped here. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. It looks like I've already spent a decent amount of time as it is. I got 7 of them. And I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I know I'm not being timed for this, but I think that's pretty good. I'm going to give up on this, and I'm going to probably feel stupid for the other ones. And there you go. Let's look at it. I mean, at least we got 7. It's been very rare since I've gotten like 10 on this. Rey Mysterio, which I'm kind of shocked I didn't put in there. Sheamus as well. That makes sense. Ryback, that is an interesting one. That he was number 10 on that list. I didn't think he faced The Miz that much. Guess I was completely wrong on that. All right. Let's go over to Bingo next. Bingo does also have a timer. One for 90 seconds, 60 seconds. We're going to do the no timer for now. Also, it looks like it's taking a little bit of time for this to load up. Oh, here it is. It's loading in. It's loading in. So we're looking for Shield WrestleMania main eventer, NXT UK champ. Looks like any type of the championships, the tag, the women, and the men's. Heritage Cup champions. WrestleMania 30, which actually Road Dogg was there. He was also a hardcore champion. You have Cedric Alexander. That was not WrestleMania 30. That was WrestleMania 34 for Cedric. That's an AEW Trios title, Shield member, Universal Champion, NXT Champion, WrestleMania 23 Hardcore Champion. Cedric, I don't think had any of these. He was Cruiserweight Champion at one point. He's also a Tag Champ. But he wasn't any of these. Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai did not have any of the NXT. It did not have the NXT Women's title. The only title I think Dakota Kai ever won in WWE was the tag title, both in NXT and the main roster tag titles. The main women's tag titles. Bronson Reed. What you got here? He didn't do any of this stuff. Bronson Reed didn't do any of this. Jensen. He did actually have the NXT UK tag team titles at one point. Tetsuya Naito would not have done any of this stuff, which is unfortunate. Ivy Nile also did not do any of this. Mustafa Ali. He was not NXT champion. Did he get the Heritage Cup? No, he did not. Which means he hasn't done any of this. Bobby Lashley, WrestleMania 23. That match with with Bobby Lashley and Umanga as well. DDP. He's done a lot. He did not get the hardcore title. I was like, maybe he did the hardcore title during the 24/7, but no, he did not. He didn't get WrestleMania main event. Yep, we're gonna go on. TNT title, Powerhouse Hobbs. You could also put that there as well. Was Trent? No, Trent was not a trios champion. Dolph Ziggler, Zigglypuff. No, didn't have the hardcore title. The hardcore title was gone by that time. By the time he was around, he didn't do Heritage Cup. He did, though, have the NXT Championship. Did Pete Dunne have the Heritage Cup? No, he did not. He would not have done any of this other stuff as well. He would have been in here for the for this at the least, but we already used that for Brooks Jensen. Drew Gulak. I thought he did have the Heritage Cup at one point. I guess I was wrong. Not a great guy, but I thought he had won the Heritage Cup at one point. I was completely wrong about that. Evolution. You know what? Scott Steiner hasn't done any of this stuff. David Otunga didn't do any of this stuff. The Miz. He did main event at WrestleMania. Fankingo. No, has not done any of this. Been mostly around AAA and everything. Nikki Bella has not done any of this. Kurt Angle. That's different. Are you going to give this to me? No, he was in the Shield for a night. Come on. He did win the hardcore title, though. He did win the hardcore title at one point. Aiden English. He didn't have Heritage Cup. Heritage Cup was after I think he was gone from the company and working with TNA. Ultimate Warrior. No. Tyler Bate. Heritage Cup. There we go. We finally got a Heritage Cup one. It was like I was either thinking between Noam Dar or someone else at that point, but they weren't showing up. Beth Phoenix has not done any of this. Corey Graves, no. Keith Lee. Trios? No, he hasn't had trios in the AEW. Ted DiBiase, he wasn't in Evolution. He was in something else with Randy Orton, who was in Evolution. Matt Jackson. Yes, trios title. One of the Jacksons. One of the Young Bucks with Kenny Omega. Sonata. No. Tyler Breeze. No. John Moxley. Shield. Athena. No. The Beast Mortos. Nothing. Batista. Evolution. The Rock. He was probably somewhere in here at some point. Actually, probably not. Well, you would have been able to do WrestleMania main event for Rock. Triple H. No, he did not have the Universal title. Indy Hartwell. No. Anna Jay. No. Sabu. No. Bray Wyatt. Yes. As The Fiend? Yeah, there we go. That did take a little bit of time, but we finally got through it. Wrestling Connections. This is actually one that can be kind of crazy. They have an easy mode, normal mode, and a hard mode. We might try the hard mode at some point, but they also don't give you like a time limit on this one. So you can usually get this done in some way, even after, taking some time. So connections that you would have. So it looks like we have Christian. I'm going to wait for the picture to pop up here. There we go. It's Wesley. Okay. Wesley, Obafemi, Will Ospreay, Bobby Roode's in there. Randy Orton, Swerve Strickland. I'm looking for one more that would have done it. Actually, I've got a connection here. Possibly, if they're thinking of it this time. Because I think all these guys have had the NXT North American title. There we go. The North American Championship. There we go. So, What connections are they going for? Takeshita, Trent Beretta, Guevara, Christian, Benjamin. TNT titles? I have 3 correct here. Wrong. So Guevara is actually part of that connection. So Guevara is part of that connection. What is the connection, though? Am I looking for inner circle people? I mean, Beretta, I think, technically made his way into the inner circle at one point. Oh, hold on. Don Callis family. Don Callis family. There you go. I was thinking in my head, wait a minute. Beretta was actually put in the Don Callis family for a while. World champions? WWE World Heavyweight Champion? Or tag champs with Edge. But all of them actually held the World Heavyweight title at one point, too. What's the connection between Bobby Roode, Ivy Nile, Shelton Benjamin, and Julius Creed, or Brutus Creed? Aligned with Chad Gable. Aligned with Chad Gable is their connection, which actually that is correct. Benjamin was teamed up with Chad Gable at the beginning when Benjamin came back. Bobby Roode was tag champs with him, and the Alpha, or not the Alpha Academy, American, not even American Alpha, American Made is that connection with Ivy Nile and the Creeds. All right, so we did connections, got through that one rather quickly as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do the grid. This can be interesting. This can always end up being interesting. Good, the pictures loaded up really quickly. Beat Moxley one-on-one. Also own Cup. Hangman. Hangman won the Owen Cup and beat Moxley. 1v1. Multiple times. Are they counting Kenny as a leader? Bullet Club members who have beaten John Moxley. So I guess I technically get to only pick one. He is a leader. Members, are they going to count his time as Dean Ambrose? Because I think AJ beat him. Oh, they do. They do count his time as Dean Ambrose. Bullet Club member, was a SmackDown Tag Team Champion. Was Finn? Finn was SmackDown Tag Team Champion at one point. That makes sense. Oh, that's because they had the unified titles before they split them up. Or before they changed them from to World Tag Team Champions to WWE Tag Team Champions. Bullet Club member. Oh. Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson. Let's put Carl in there. Oh, he's going to show up in WrestleMania 33 as a Bullet Club leader? Okay. Luke Gallows. Is that going to show up in there? Okay, WrestleMania 33. Wait a minute. Who else would have had a tag team? Who was that was a Bullet Club? Cody Rhodes. SmackDown Tag Team Champion who is an Owen Hart winner? Well, I know who's at the WrestleMania 33. That's Mercedes. SmackDown Tag Champ, Owen Hart winner. Wait a minute. So, the first Owen Hart winner for the men was Adam Cole. This year's was Hangman. So that was back in 2022. Who are the other winners? Wait a minute. Danielson? Brian Danielson. I actually did without really getting one wrong either, which is kind of new. Usually I mess up a name somewhere in there, but and in some cases I don't even get it completely done to go along with it. But I'm kind of shocked on that one. I kind of did pretty decent there. All right. So we will go ahead and play Wordle. It's a 5-letter word today. Who do we want to start with, though? How about Darby? Okay. So we do have... Oh, I have an idea. Rude. Rude. 2. Got it in 2 today. Bobby or Robert Roode. There you go. I know Darby was was one like from a few days ago, or I wouldn't say a few days ago, but was one at one point in time. So I figured that was a start. I was like, wait a minute, I've got these in the wrong spot. Rude makes sense for once, and we actually had him earlier today as well. So we actually got it in 2. That's literally the best score that I've ever gotten on the Wordle. Literally the best score. So that's everything here. I did enjoy this. I do enjoy playing this on a semi-daily basis. I won't say a daily basis. But if you guys like this content and liked going through this as well, let me know if you in the comments if you would like to see me do these with kind of the timers or on the harder modes. You can't necessarily do it with Wordle because it's Wordle for that as well. But yeah. If you did enjoy this, feel free to like the video. Also subscribe to the channel if you so wish as well. And with that being said, I hope you all take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your day.